Nothing bonds friends like watching each other get absolutely destroyed by monsters. These are the horror co-op games you need to play right now. Scary, stupid, and perfect. Let's go. Imagine being a tiny wizard minion whose entire job is breaking into a rival wizard's tower, stealing treasure, and blowing everything up, while actual monsters hunt you down. That's YAPYAP. And the twist? You cast spells by literally speaking into your microphone. You need to shout at your screen to survive, while also staying quiet so the monsters don't hear you. Chaos. Pure, chaotic, beautiful madness. PC Gamer called it one of the best co-op experiences in years, comparing it to the early days of Lethal Company. MIMESIS is a 4-player co-op survival horror game where a cursed rain transforms humans into AI-powered creatures called MIMESIS that perfectly copy your voice, your behavior, even your memories. You're trying to repair a tram and escape before the rain hits, but paranoia is your real enemy. Backed by Krafton and built with actual reinforcement learning AI, this game creates genuine psychological warfare between players. Retrieve, extract, profit. Also, absolutely lose your mind. R.E.P.O is a co-op horror game for up to 6 players where you play as paranormal repossession agents sent to haul valuables out of haunted locations. The physics-based chaos is where the comedy lives. Dragging a priceless antique vase across the floor while a monster breathes down your neck is cinema. It launched in early access in February 2025 and exploded overnight, earning an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam. You're locked in a room. You can't see anyone. All you have is an old mobile phone. Scamline is a 4 to 8 player social deception and psychological challenge game where players are isolated in separate rooms and can only communicate by phone. You need to learn your neighbor's room numbers, complete psychological challenges, bluff, manipulate, and lie your way to victory. The game that literally kills you with your own voice. In Cursed Companions, every player is secretly cursed with a forbidden word, something totally ordinary like okay or follow me, and if you say it, your teammates take damage. The game is always listening. Meanwhile, you're exploring dark, procedurally generated dungeons, using voice commands to disarm traps, cast spells, and fend off monsters. It's Among Us meets a dungeon crawler meets a linguistics nightmare. Think John Carpenter's The Thing, but as a co-op survival horror game you can play for under $2. Nuclear Nightmare drops your team into a frozen, snow-covered base where a black goo virus is spreading, turning creatures and possibly your teammates into nightmarish entities. You'll scavenge for flamethrowers and shotguns, test for infections, train dogs to help scout, and pray the person next to you is still human. You heard the legend. You didn't believe it. Then something 8 feet tall ripped a road sign out of the ground and threw it at your face. BIGFOOT is a co-op survival horror game for up to 4 players where you hunt the legendary Sasquatch through dense U.S. national parks with traps, gadgets, and weapons. But here's the twist. One player can actually become Bigfoot and hunt the hunters. Terrifying? Yes. Hilarious when your friend is the monster? Absolutely. $4. 4 players and 0 guarantee you'll make it out with your sanity. Zort is a co-op horror survival game released in December 2024 where you explore labyrinthine, episode-based maps from creepy buildings to sailing across a mysterious sea while escaping unpredictable creatures and solving puzzles. Its sanity system means losing your grip on reality is a real mechanic, not just flavor. It launched at just $4, hit a 91% very positive rating from nearly 8,000 reviews. Before all these polished indie darlings, there was blood and bacon, and it is exactly what it sounds like. You and up to 6 players fight off wave after wave of murderous pigs, giant pigs, explosive pigs, boss pigs. There are 25 enemy types and escalating chaos that gets absolutely unhinged by day 10. It's gory, it's gloriously dumb, and it's been endorsed by Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and Vaynos Gaming, the original YouTube horror crew. It's not pretty. It doesn't try to be. It is an absolute party game in the best, most deranged way. Perfect for nights when you just want to shoot stuff with friends and laugh until you can't breathe. No list would be complete without the game that started the modern co-op horror gold rush, Lethal Company. The game where you work for a faceless corporation, land on abandoned moons, collect scrap, and inevitably get eaten by something that was definitely not there a second ago. It's terrifying on paper. In practice, it's some of the funniest gaming you'll ever experience because the moment someone gets grabbed by a monster mid-sentence, everything falls apart beautifully.